Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the YouTube Business Academy podcast. In today's episode, I have two special guests, Hessel and Alexi, with whom we are going to talk about their success with YouTube automation and how they make each over $10,000 a month doing it. For those of you who are new to the world of YouTube automation, this episode is going to be a real eye opener. We will be discussing everything from the basics of getting started to the more advanced strategies for managing a team and scaling your business. So, whether you're a complete beginner or an experienced YouTube automator, there is something for everyone in this episode. So, without further ado, let's jump into the conversation with Hessel and Alexi and find out all of their secrets. Hessel, Alexi, how are you boys doing today?
I'm
Oh,
doing good.
that was an intro. That was an intro.
Thank you. How are you, Alexi?
I'm doing good. Doing a normal workday in Serbia when suddenly George asked me to join your podcast and share some knowledge about YouTube to you guys. Can
Okay.
I flex before we start, real quick?
Oh, please, absolutely. Let's see. Oh,
Uh,
look at that beauty. Let's go. Little play button. Beautiful.
all right. Sorry,
Beautiful.
Hassel. What about you?
How are you, Hessel?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah, not really a special day, so I cannot show a play button. I don't have one.
Ah! But soon.
Ah, yeah, for sure.
So how does what does an average day for you look like, Alexi? What does an average work day look like?
Well, it's somehow different because I work only when I want to. I want to work every day, but I don't get at the same time at my office. So I would say I wake up. I always go to a coffee with my friends at the same time at around, let's say, 11, 12 a.m. So I woke up pretty late. Then I go drink a coffee. After the coffee, I always go for a walk with my friend where we discuss the YouTube ideas and stuff like that. Here in Novi Sad, because I'm from Serbia, we always have very slow tempo at the beginning of a day. Because, yeah, that's right. And we also talk slow. So
Okay.
when we start the day, that's when I walk my dog, and then I go here at my office to work with my team on search-based channels and as well explore new ideas. That's basically what I do till the end of the day.
Very
Sometimes
interesting.
go do some activities. Yeah.
Hessel, what does a work day look like for you?
I usually wake up at around 7, maybe a bit earlier. Then I go to the gym or I go for a swim, and then after that I take a cold shower, and then I'll just go get to work. Right now I had a lot of setup work for new teams, for new channels, search-based channels in other languages. I'm really trying to experiment and try to find another blue ocean market because I think there still are a lot of those markets. And yeah, I go outside after I eat, and yeah, I work till about 6 to 7 p.m. and then I'll wind down to go to bed. I don't go to bed very late, or at around 8:30 to 9. Well, yeah, it's nothing really special, but yeah, just the work needs to get done.
Interesting, interesting.
And our
while
special guest.
while we were
Yo, what's
talking
up, guys?
here, we have Mihai joining us for
Sorry for being late.
this episode as well. So we have four people right now, each one of us doing YouTube automation. So this is going to be very valuable, very interesting. So stick around and let's get to the nitty gritty stuff. Mihai, let me ask you as well, because I asked Alexi and Hessel, and I'm just curious, how does your work day look like?
So, I wake up around
Okay.
8 a.m.
Okay.
And in 30 minutes, I'm already at my laptop with
Okay.
coffee and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said to you before, I work somewhere like 12 to 16 hours a day.
Okay. That's you see, that's very different from
It's
everyone.
not good for your health, okay? It's not good. It's not good.
But it's
But
so interesting because everyone is so different. Like, Alexi has a slow morning, right? Coffee with friends, and then by 12 or 1, he starts. Hessel is like early wake up, discipline, whatever, and you're like 16-hour work days, which is insane. But hey, everyone has a different thing, and as long as it works for everyone else, for every single one of you, then I mean that's all that matters. But okay, shall we talk about YouTube automation then? What do
Yes,
you
bro.
guys
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, yeah. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Okay, so where should we begin? Because this is an episode for beginners, right? Imagine someone who comes across YouTube automation for like the first time. They don't know anything about it. What would you say? What
How would
is
you
it?
explain?
How do you get started? All of that.
So, um, like first of all, for every guy that wants to start in this YouTube
Or
automation
girl.
thing, or girl, yeah, I think that first you should like really try to make a script by yourself, to edit a video by yourself, and all that stuff to know. To get to know some things about video editing, scripting, finding topics, and all that stuff before you start outsourcing it. Because if you want to find good people that are not going like to scam you and all that stuff, you need to know what to ask from them. You know,
Right.
I agree.
Okay.
Like, if you don't know how to edit a video, it's very easy to get scammed and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Alexi, you said you agree?
Yeah, actually, that's a very good point. I would compare it to when Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook. Even though it's very silly comparison. He was a coder. He knew how to write code. He was coding the Facebook, so it was much easier for him to hire people like him. He also know how to read a code, so that way he will not be scammed if someone comes and writes some trash code or something that doesn't work as intended. So I totally agree that if you want to open, for example, a pizza shop, you need to know how to make a pizza. At least know how to make. You can always hire people who know how to do it better, but same thing goes for a YouTube automation. You must need to know first how to create a video yourself. That would be, I wouldn't say necessary, but it would be much, much, much helpful to know all of those stuff yourself first, and then you can outsource parts of the work with decent quality.
Yeah. I agree. And Hessel, you started yourself as well, right?
Yeah,
How
everything.
many how many how
No,
many
I think
videos did you do before you got
on my first
monetized?
channel,
Before you got
it was
monetized.
like 600 to 800 videos, which I did myself.
Before you got
No,
monetized?
no penny in return. So yeah,
That's insane. So
yeah,
to give you guys a little bit of context, each one of us does slightly different or kind of the same. Like three of us, Hessel, Alexi, and I, we're doing search, which we're gonna go into a little bit more. Like we're gonna explain the difference between this, and Mihai does something which is called browse. So the difference between these two is very simple. It's just what you are making your video for. Okay. So if you go into YouTube and you search for something, let's say you're searching for how to tie a tie, okay? Uh, then when you search for that thing and you click on that video, okay, that person is gonna get that view and it's gonna say that the traffic is coming from search, okay? Makes sense. Now, if you go onto YouTube and you go into your homepage and you click on a video that is recommended to you by YouTube, that person who made that video is going to get something which is called browse, right? Or suggested. Okay. So Mihai does more browse suggested. Alexi, Hessel, and I would do more search. And there are big difference between those two. So, but yeah, very good point you said there about, you know, first starting yourself, learning all the ropes, and then outsourcing. Very good example. I like the example about the pizza place. Learn how to make the pizza first, and then get other people to help you, so you
Yeah,
don't
true.
get so you don't get scammed.
So you don't get
Yeah,
Yeah, true, actually.
yeah. But okay, so let's talk about, you know, someone has money to start and they want to build a team right away because that's what a lot of people do. So how do you like build a team? How do you structure? How did you guys went about building teams? Hessel, what do you say?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is we talked about in order to build a team, you need to know what you need. So you need to know a little bit about script writing, about what do you need to look for in a video editor. And if you have the money to invest, you can go ahead and try everything yourself, invest all the money into those people and just do it by trial and error. But you can also look for someone who can might help you with it, who already knows what the criteria is and all that stuff. So um, yeah, in terms of technical stuff, yeah, you would definitely need to know about what you need to look for, as I said. But if you do have the money, try to look for someone who can help you with it to find a reliable freelancer, right? That makes
Mm,
sense.
yeah, yeah. How did you go about building your team? Because I know, Alexi, you have like very kind of good systems in place. And how did you go about the whole thing?
Yeah, so I must admit that I got somewhat very lucky because not only that I was lucky by finding a good guys with a good quality that are knowledgeable in multiple topics that I cover, anywhere from like e-commerce to website building to, I don't know, even games. I was also lucky that they basically referred each other to me.
Mm,
So I started with one guy. One guy referred second, second referred third, then the second referred fourth, third referred fifth, and so on. So I must admit that I was lucky because I didn't actually never need to do the Upwork finding, scouting, and stuff like that. However, I would suggest for people who are trying to find a good workers. Of course, I needed to find some as a thumbnail designers, as let's say voiceovers, as script writers for some other type of videos that are not search based. I would definitely suggest to think a bit outside of the box. And let's say if you're looking forward for someone who has a gaming background, who can create you, let's say, gaming tutorials for you on your channel, you don't need to go to the Upwork and search for a gamer. You can maybe find some Discord server of that game
mm,
and post a job post there and say, hey guys, I need someone who is skilled in this game. I know you are all, but I have this and this. I need to be this and this done. Here's a payment for all of this, so you will be playing games and enjoy your work as at the same time. I mean that's a good way you can find.
that's a good way to think outside the box.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, the reason why we're all here together and like why Mihai joined as well specifically is because he sent me a message saying, George, I'm getting overwhelmed with shit. I mean, there's too much work. I now want to start outsourcing a little bit of the work. So I think this is actually pretty interesting for us to like talk and maybe discuss like, Mihai, where are you right now? And like, what are you looking to do? Because you said you're working like a lot and it's not healthy, and we all agree and we want you to be healthy, Mihai. So we want to help you outsource and so you can still continue. So some of the questions you had about the outsourcing?
And how many
Yeah,
videos
like
per day you do? Sorry,
what?
can you tell me how many videos per day you do?
Yeah, like I'm uploading around 15 to 30 videos a day.
And you're not
Yeah,
outsourcing.
I have only one video editor at the moment, which is my girlfriend. Okay, so because
Hardcore.
like this is yeah, and this is the first problem that I'm having with outsourcing is because she's the only that I can trust that she will do a good job, because I think it's very hard to find people nowadays to do a good job. um, like because with all those gurus online and all that stuff, everyone to wants to be a boss, to be a millionaire overnight, and I think it starts to become harder and harder to find people that really want to work for a job, like
Mm,
for a video editor position and all that stuff. But like I said to you, George, before, I'm only putting people outsourcing the parts that where they don't really need to make decisions. Like
Good.
I will, I am the only one that does the thumbnails and titles,
Yeah.
because these are very important for me.
Yeah.
And like I will never outsource the thumbnail production for me.
So okay, I'll never say never, but okay. Uh,
Yeah,
what do you want to outsource right now?
video editing.
Video editing. And you said that you can't trust anyone because like why would they not go ahead and steal that video and post it on their own channel, right?
Yeah, not only that stuff, but like I've had uh, other video editors before, and they all with time they all try to do the job faster, and of course if they do it faster it's not gonna be that good,
Quality, yeah, they sacrifice
yeah,
quality.
they always want to do it faster to get more money. And even like I gave them a lot of bonuses and all that stuff, and they always like want more and more, and all that stuff.
They're greedy.
Yeah, but like I'm building like a system where they don't, like I said, also in video editing, of course you need to make decisions when you edit a video, okay, but and building different systems so they have to make very little decisions. And we do like a whole video in under 30 minutes, something like that. And I'm using like a lot of AI stuff and a lot of little programs and all that stuff. Like, uh,
Yeah.
let me give you an example. A few weeks ago, something came into my mind, and before, like, it took us like around 5 to 10 minutes to put the transitions into the video, to pick each transition. We do it now in 30 seconds. I discovered something and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And I'm
discovered
trying to find those little tricks so we can edit the videos faster and faster. I want to get to the point where we can edit a full video in 10 minutes.
yeah. Alexei, you had some kind of a quality control system, right? Because Mihai said that, over time the quality of the video is going to start declining, and we were talking before this podcast, you showed me you had like a quality control system. Would you like to share that with
Yeah,
us?
sure. Yeah, so I totally understand the sorry, it's Mikhail, correct?
Mihai.
Mihai.
Mihai, I totally understand Mihai's point in this because I also found it very hard to trust my workers. And even though I found them, there were still like many mistakes and also the laziness of the workers that, I mean, they do a 2 minute video and only speak like two sentences, and I see they are lazy to do them. They do it a very slow pace. So it was not like doable for me. I also test my workers before I hire them. That's one trick that I would like to share. So whenever I hire a new guy, even if the video is good, I found something that is not good, whatever it is. Like, can you do it a bit more slower, or so just so I can test him if he's looking forward to obey my decisions and redo the whole video again. So because those videos that I create are very short and not very, let's say, not very hard to redo again, uh, I would say that it's a good test if you want to see if that worker is going to respect you and also treat you with so you can be his authority. That's what I want to say. So I always demand for the video to be redone again. That's just my thing. But however, I also have a quality control in system, and it's very interesting because I also work with my girlfriend, and she's my quality control. So
Hessel, maybe we need to get girlfriends. Maybe that's
yeah,
the secret, bro.
yeah.
We might.
So basically, how it works is that my girlfriend has basically a task to rewatch. Let's say about 10% of all the videos that are uploaded, because I also do very high quantity, and she needs to rewatch the videos and then grade them. So there's a grade for energy invoice, there's a grade for mistakes, and there's a grade for solution shown. Is the actual video good? So when, let's say, it's scale 1 to 5, so if he gets 5, 3, and 5, it's okay, I would say. So they she basically goes through the videos and posts the grades. After each month, I have a grades for each worker and for that percentage of the work, and then we compare those percentages to see who is the winner, and the winner gets award, which is 1 week paid of not working. It's very good incentive to do the best, and they now even start to, I would say, compete against each other who can create better like videos. So that's just like one of many things. But before I hired the quality control, which is my girlfriend, it was very hard to track all the things. And since it's not that big of an investment, I think it's very, very valuable.
Interesting. Mihai, what do you say?
So to become successful on YouTube automation, you need girlfriends, okay? So
Yeah,
you
that's the
can't do it
fact.
without that.
Yeah,
Shit.
you need someone you trust. You need someone you
Yeah,
trust.
yeah, yeah.
Because what if
That,
quality control fails?
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
I don't
That's
have quality control.
You don't have a girlfriend.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
nah.
But
yeah.
okay. You said something there, Alexi, that you do a lot of quantity.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's a lot
It's
per week
1,000 per week,
or per month?
per month. 1,120 videos per month, and it's short ones and long ones. I hired the second guy just a few days ago, so it's 12 per day. That's about, I'm not quite sure, 12 per day times 5 days a week. I also always put the rest at the weekend so guys can like regain the voice and stuff. But like it's 12 per day, so like times 5 it's 60, times 4 it's 2400. No, did I say it right?
No, no, no.
200,
Okay,
240 videos combined with 1200. It's 1.4k videos, somewhere around that. Yeah, somewhere
wow,
around that.
that's okay. Someone someone just opened this podcast and they're like, "What are these guys talking about?"
Yeah, yeah,
They're like, someone uploads like one video every like 3 months, and they're talking about uploading 1.4 thousand videos a month. What is that?
yeah. But I would say that if you get the quantity right, then you just need to tweak the quality as best as you can. So, for example, I don't demand for each of my worker that every video is perfect. I demand 12 out of 16, for example, is good. Uh, but if they do 12 good, I would be very happy. So I'm generally happy. Tweaking a quality after could be also good. Maybe you don't need to start with a perfect quality. And also, a
Yeah.
lot of them, as the time passes, started getting like a routine and are even more experienced with the voice, more natural with the audience. So they're doing good.
Hassel, how many videos are you uploading right now across all channels?
Um, yeah, I think about 50 now. To give some context, I started recently again on my channels because I had a long break. The nice thing about search is you can just stop for 2 months and just collect some cash because we are reinvesting a lot of money with the search channel. So if you constantly reinvest, you're not really making any money. Like the baseline, of course, grows. But if you constantly reinvest, still your bank account says zero. So I wanted to change it up a little bit. And now, yeah, in those 3 months that I stopped uploading, the views basically haven't gone down, like nothing. So now I'm uploading again. I have some more cash, and yeah, also experimenting with some other languages, which is really interesting. And with my team, I I don't have a girlfriend, but I have a good manager from Pakistan, kind of similar, I think. And he is just managing everything for me. So he also finds new people that are good. And the only thing I need to do is really are really the money making skills, finding the topics. I make the thumbnail templates, and then I show him how to make the thumbnails, and then he shows thumbnail designers how to do it. So it's all distributed really well, and it's now up to a point where I don't even know the video creators because he found them for me. I don't have a grading system or anything like that, but I just do quality control, and if they look good, we continue with them. And yeah, I'm not really over analyzing anything, and yeah, it works well for me.
You said an interesting thing there, a money making skill, which is
Keyword research.
keyword research. And it's interesting because I was talking to Alexi also before this podcast, and he was like, I don't care about keyword research. I just cover every single one of them. It's like throwing everything against the wall and then something sticks. And because the cost per video is so low, you're
Yeah.
able to afford that, right? So I want to emphasize on this point and go like, I want you to guys like debate against each other basically.
Okay.
Like,
Oh.
you as in like throwing everything against the wall and seeing what sticks, and then you Hassel like being very particular about, each topic and each keyword that you choose to produce. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right, you're wrong. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I'll just like debate for myself. There's very like unique explanation why I don't do keyword research. Like simple explanation why I don't do keyword research that thoroughly. The reason is because it's impossible to do 1.2k keyword researches like in a month. I mean, it is, but my cost per video would be significantly higher, like much higher, because I would probably need to hire 2 more guys just to do perfect keyword research. So I
No, you
found,
don't outsource that. You never outsource that.
yeah, okay, I would never build a business that I cannot fully outsource.
Okay.
That's like number one rule for me, because I don't see myself in YouTube more than 10 years from now. So I want something that is on totally autopilot, even if
But how do you do the research now then?
Okay, so basically how I do it right now is I have a Python script on my computer, which basically goes
I
through.
saw that shit.
Yeah, which basically goes through. I just need to think about the app that I want to do the tutorials about. I don't go and find the actual question. I just find the app, and then I put the app name, and it scrapes from the internet all the possible topics that I can do for that for that app, for that keyword, and then it puts it all one big list of, let's say, 150 to 100 topics. Then from those 200 topics, I have another bot which scrapes from that topics all those topics. It compares it in a vidIQ overall score. So that overall, then at the end, it all sorts all the topics by the best score to the worst score, and then I just pick up half up. So basically, I just pick the first, let's say, 150 best topics, and then I just do them. That's the best I can do right now. So it gets at least some quality, and it's not even that bad. The problem is, and what I want to mention to all the people doing search-based content, is that you need to avoid keywords like crack, get free, I don't know, bypass,
Download.
download, yeah, download, and all the stuff like that. Because
Why
even
download?
because, for example, I think one of, I'm not sure who it is, had a problem with Sims 4. Is that you, Hassel, or not?
Yeah,
No.
also me.
Yeah.
Well, it was me as well. I don't think this is the person you're talking about, but I had it also with The Sims. So
Yeah, so basically it's impossible because YouTube will strike down your videos that have some download or something like that, because they will think it's pirated way. Even though if the game is completely free, they will still strike it down. So it was
yeah, let's say
very-
you make a video about how to download CS:GO through Steam, very legit.
yeah
They strike it.
yeah
It's,
yeah yeah.
It's nuts.
So what I do only manually is I go through with my eyes through the topic or with CTRLF and just type those keywords: crack, download, bypass, free download, and stuff like that, and I removed it. It's not worth it to have them. So but that's basically. I want to focus more on the quantity, because I found the channels that mass upload literally anything on YouTube they can, and they still get very good views. Not currently in our niche, but I know the bots are doing the work. and yeah, it's doing very good. So that's why I keep the keyword research not that developed.
What do you say, Hassel?
Interesting. Well, it's a different way that I do it. I look more at the data from each topic. So interesting that you mentioned that you qualify the topics based on VidIQ results, and that's like something I would never do because VidIQ really gives wrong information.
Yeah,
Not even close. Like you said, you rank them based on the performance, based on the like
The score.
the ranking, yeah, the score that VidIQ gave you, and that's something I would avoid at all costs because the data they get is really, really is wrong. So what I do, I look at some other channels. I maybe look at my own channel and try to find one word I can take inspiration from. So one word I did with George lately was multiply, and then with that word multiply, I try to find every single possibility that I can um, like leverage that to find topics. So, for example, I type in how to multiply on, and then I leave some spaces. And this gets really technical, but what the search bar does in YouTube, they give you predictions based on what people actually search for.
yeah,
There's not a score that it gives you, but the predictions that YouTube gives you are actually based off real data. And then I research every single topic that I think could be interesting manually. I look at the competition. I look at if the videos have been uploaded recently, and based on those factors, I decide if I'm going to make a video about it or not. So really more targeted to each specific topic instead of doing everything on a very large scale. I mean, I'm still uploading quite a lot. It has been a point that I did exactly this way with 110 videos a week, which was a lot of work, but it did pay off because right now my channel is averaging nearly 1 million views every single month without like a crazy amount of topics, if that makes sense. So yeah, for me it works.
It's interesting, and also for like what I heard was, which was like which triggered me. What Alexi said is, when you said, Hassel, you said like that's the one thing you don't outsource, which is keyword research, right? And then Alexia was like, I don't want to be in a business where I can't like outsource everything and just be kind of like the top thing, you
Yeah, but
know?
why not? Why
uh,
would you not want that?
because I want to create a system without me in the long term. Because I was in a system that wouldn't be working without me when I was working on. I have a very popular Serbian channel where I was doing gaming, and when I wanted to leave it, it just went down to zero because it was impossible to run without me because I was face of the channel. However, I still think you could outsource keyword research and topic research if you find someone who you actually trust. And then quality control him, but like you can actually do that. It's not that scary, and it's not possible to outsource keyword research.
But then the quality is going to go down because then you're like, oh, well, I know how to do this. Like I have an eye for it, like I can look at a search term and I can be like, I can rank for this, like, or I can look at this and, oh no, this is shit. Like,
Yeah, I understand what your point, but I still, if I go and Hassel, you can do the test yourself. Go through your most popular, well, let's say 50 videos. I would never guess at least half of them would be watched. Like some topics that are popular on my channel that I get constantly views every day, I would never in entire world guess that would be the search term that would give me so much views. So I figured out pretty early that it's impossible for me to know which topics will rank for sure or not. And the way I found those topics that were ranking are the pure guess, pure luck, and I just see what sticks. So I found out that even if I don't do keyword research, some videos could rank. Now, it would be, I want to mention that it would be much, much profitable for me if I researched every single topic to at least increase chances for it to rank. But making this automated system is still doing at least fair job. And also, I don't have that luxury to discount a lot of topics because because I need there's so many apps in the world, and it's not that it's being so fastly created. Let's say Kick, the new streaming platform, you will hardly find words for it to rank on YouTube with your
Yeah,
method
yeah.
because it's
Mhm.
very very new. And by the time it gets popular in, let's say, 3 to 5 months, it will always be flooded with some videos about it.
Yeah, but I
So
know how to outrank them.
yeah, true, true. But sometimes you just, after a new app comes, you need to wait for the months to pass so it gets like enough volume.
You said you know how to
Mhm.
outrank them. What do you mean?
Well, I know based on a specific topic, if I see the competition, like if there is a lot of competition, the only thing I want is rank above them or rank as at least as high as possible. And maybe their thumbnail doesn't look good, but they're still ranking really high. Maybe their channel is really small, but they're still ranking high. Maybe their length isn't good. There are all things I can change to make sure that I rank higher. Also, I have quite a big channel, like not really big compared to some other guys, but I will outrank most of the competitors or most of the people that already have started. So just based on channel authority.
Yeah.
Do you think thumbnails matter in YouTube search game?
Well, I use a template, so not in a sense where you create
Yeah, I agree.
um,
It's not.
custom
Yeah,
thumbnails, but I think my thumbnails are among the best. So um, yeah, I'm trying to make the best of it.
cool.
Interesting. Interesting. So you can see that there are like different approaches to this, right? There's no like one right or wrong. It depends on, what works for you. And yeah, it really like it can be molded. It's not like there's a one kind of size fits all, You can try this, try that. As long as the math works and as long as, you enjoy your work, I guess, and it works and it makes money. Mihai, on the other hand, he does completely different.
Yeah.
We're not going to reveal your niche, but
Nah,
you
you can say it. It's because do you want me to reveal it?
no, it's up to you. What?
Okay, so
Drum
No
roll,
one,
drum roll.
no, no
no,
one
no,
is
no.
revealing
I
everything
say it because it's a very general term. I mean the news niche. Okay,
in
so
the
news
news.
means a lot.
Yeah,
Okay, it could be news in football, in F1, in everything. Yeah, so I'm in the news niche.
but
Like
in a
George
very
said,
specific language as well.
yeah, yeah. I started doing it in Romanian because I'm from Romania. I used to work for a Romanian news company. That's where I learned this stuff, and then I started doing it on my own. And like now, I
What's
have a
your
bigger YouTube channel than them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
What's
love
your
that
RPM?
story.
If it's not secret, what's your RPM?
yeah. In Romanian, like it's of course it's very low. It's somewhere between 0.6 to $1.2. Euros, not dollars, euros.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
Yeah, but it's pretty okay if you get like 4 to 6 million views a month.
How
You
many
know,
views per
I
month are you getting? Like last month, how much? How many views did you get?
like almost 5 million views. But I'm having also other sources of income like the website, Facebook now,
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
you said you
You're
got
making like
monetized with
5, 6 a
Facebook.
month.
Sorry,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
Go
said
ahead.
you said you got monetized with Facebook.
yeah. A few days ago.
So what? You're now just also posting your stuff to Facebook?
Yeah, like I've been posting my stuff to Facebook for more than like no more, almost a year, and I've got monetized after applying 7 times.
What's RPM on Facebook?
Same like on YouTube for
Uh-huh.
me.
Why did it take you 7 times to get into it?
I don't know. Like Facebook, it's very weird. It's very very weird. You know, their approach to monetizing their platform, it's completely different than YouTube.
Yeah.
But there are some guys on Facebook that are making crazy money.
Mm.
But one funny thing is that my Facebook page yesterday made more money than my YouTube channel.
No
So
way.
yeah, so like I went from like 150 euros, 170 euros a day. I don't know, it just doubled.
Wow.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah,
Wait,
Awesome.
wait, that's crazy. Hold up. Did you upload your whole catalog?
yeah. Not all of my videos. I have like, I don't know. I deleted so many videos that I don't like anymore. Like I think in 1.5 years from when I started. No, I started my YouTube channel in January last year,
Hmm,
in 2022, and I don't know. Like I think I've uploaded more than 3,000 videos, something like that.
that's a lot.
Yeah, it
But this
is.
Facebook thing is crazy.
It's very
Yeah,
hard to get accepted, I heard. And there are all,
yeah.
certain countries which can be monetized on Facebook. It's very tricky, I heard.
Only certain countries and on Facebook, only certain niches work. Like you can do search videos on Facebook. That you're not gonna get any views.
Yeah,
That's not gonna
yeah,
You
work, right?
Yeah, you can only do like news and entertainment stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
that's
makes
the
sense.
only thing that
Because no
works.
one is gonna search how to tie a tie or how to
Dude,
delete it.
Facebook is not a search engine.
Yeah, exactly. It's not.
Yeah,
I have a question
but
for Mihai.
yeah.
Um, how long are your videos? That's the first question. And second question: Do you can you at least like imagine if you fully outsource the video with voiceover, with editing script, if you use? I'm not don't know. Uh, if you fully outsourced your video, what's the lowest price you would be getting if your worker is from Romania?
Okay, so for the first question, come on, please say
It's
it again.
okay.
So
Okay. How long videos are you doing?
yeah, usually between 2 and 4 minutes,
Oh,
something like that. But I also do some 8+ minutes videos sometimes.
okay. So, what's your dream price point for building a video like that? Like, how much would it be ideal for you to pay for that type of video?
Like I never calculated that because like for scripting I'm using AI programs like ChatGPT and other stuff.
Okay, so that's
I
zero.
am the one picking the topics.
Okay,
Voiceover I use AI for the voiceover. Okay.
it's allowed to monetize.
Really?
Yeah, it's allowed
Guys,
if you
that's
know how to
fucking
do it.
crazy, by the way.
Did you heard that YouTube demonetizes AI voice channels?
Man, like I've been using AI for more than 2 years, never got
Okay, okay.
demonetized. And like I have friends, I know many YouTube channels that use AI. It's important how you do it because if you only use AI to like to read some text, of course you're not gonna get monetized. By the way, like I got my an English channel monetized with AI voice like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, and the editing was on point. It was very high quality, a lot of transitions, text, and all that stuff.
Can you
So
elaborate a
and
little bit on the part you said about you need to know how to use AI voice to get monetized? Because I'm sure a lot of people would be interested. Like, what exactly do you mean by that?
so like you need to add a lot of value. Your video needs to be valuable. Like the first advantage that you have when you do news, it's the fact that you bring new information to the platform, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
So that's new stuff that's never been done before, if it's in the news niche.
yeah.
So YouTube tends to monetize easier than news channels that use AI because you bring new videos to the platform. They don't want to the fact is that uh, YouTube doesn't want a lot of similar videos and similar channels on the platform. They want diversity. So that's the thing. And
By the way, I think that's is maybe what has been happening to the search channels and what we're seeing with the dip in November in RPMs. Basically, a lot of guys with big search channels are seeing like a big dip in RPMs in November, just out of random. It was like, going, and then boom, almost to zero. And maybe what Mihai is saying about diversity, like once this space started getting like very populated, they were like, oh, time to kind of crack down on this a little bit and dial the knob. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this is what happened with the motivational videos channels, because at first I know someone who was making tens of thousands of dollars every month with that stuff, but now, like George said, YouTube is not they are done with it, they
Yeah,
don't monetize those channels anymore,
I had a channel in that niche,
and they only keep
I
like
confirm. Yeah,
the biggest ones in those
yeah,
niches,
yeah. That's very weird. Very weird. I agree.
But it's the
It's not.
same with like the meditation. The biggest channels are still monetized.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so weird.
yeah. Very weird. Like it's not fair, but
I don't
No.
think
what can
it's I don't
you?
think it's weird. I think it's actually like it makes sense because a niche fills up, right? It becomes lucrative in terms of money, and then other people jump in, right? And then start to do it, and then they're like, okay, we need to kind of nerf them down a little bit here, and then they're like, they dial a knob, and they're like, you know, rain videos off, search videos, search channels also, because they
Yeah,
have. I mean, think about how much data YouTube has. They
yeah.
know they know everything.
That's true. I mean, they have like bots or something for that. I don't think they do it manually, but like it's I don't know. I still don't think it's kind of fair that some people are allowed to monetize. Let's say the racing charts, like those. Who is the most wealthiest guys in the world? And there's like chart, and they race against
Yeah,
each
that's
other.
bullshit as well.
Yeah, there's like two channels that are fully monetized on that, and there's like 300 channels that are not.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's kind of so. Mihai, what do you think would be like a good editing price point for your videos? Have you ever think about it?
Like to
The news ones.
yeah, yeah, like I used to, and I am paying my editor somewhere like 300 to $500 a month, something like that, for the whole stuff, and they
So
edit
it's
like
it's
15
affordable.
news. Yeah, edit
So
like 15 news a day.
it's
Yeah.
a
Five,
more much
five, five,
more.
is it 5 days a week?
Sometimes yes, sometimes not. Like,
What do you
yeah,
mean?
for if I had an editor, yes, I he's going to work like 5 days a week, but my girlfriend is working every day. Like,
Bro, if I'd be your
yeah,
girlfriend, I'd fucking take you to court, bro.
no man, she's getting paid. I'm paying her, and
Yeah, yeah.
all
That's
that
good
stuff.
stuff.
No
So
one should work for free.
yeah, of
Of
course.
course.
So, do you find it much more affordable for you to pay a salary for, let's say, your future editor than it is to pay per video?
Yeah, because I need speed. I need videos fast. I need someone who can edit hundreds of videos a month. I can't just hire someone for only one video, because, like I said, I'm using a lot of presets and a lot of stuff, and like it takes me a full week just to give him the resources for editing videos, the transitions packs, and all that stuff. And we are using a lot of presets. Like when I first started doing this thing, it would take me like between 1 and 2 hours to edit one video. And now we are down to 30 minutes, trying to go even lower. And yeah, I'm only hiring people that can do hundreds of videos a month.
Yeah, I understand.
Interesting. Interesting, you guys. This is a part of YouTube that not many people talk about, because usually we hear
Yeah.
like Colin and Samir and all those like people, they talk about like, creators and like creativity and stuff. And then we have people here who are like, yeah, bro, I publish 10,000 videos a month, and you know,
I I would always value the channels that are business oriented, like what I want to say, fully outsourced, more than channels that have a face on them, like a YouTuber. Like let's imagine. Do you know that Mr. Beast got an offer to sell his channel a while ago?
Yeah.
his whole
And
thing for 1 billion, right?
yeah, and what's the point? I mean, without him, it's worthless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Like, okay.
no, you say that's it. Like
Uh,
I have a lot of friends who have like face channels on Serbia still, and they struggle with the free time. They struggle with wanting to go out of the game and not being able to sell because their channels are without them worthless. So that's the one big advantage of YouTube automation, in my opinion. Because if you want to sell it, you can sell it at any point because it's not attached to any face.
I think there's room for both. It's not like one or
Yeah,
the
of course.
other. I mean, Mr. Beast is making, he's the highest earner on YouTube, right? But then,
Yeah.
what is Mr. Beast without Jimmy? On the other hand, you have like, what was that Canadian company? Valorant or something? No, that's not. That's a game.
Valnet.
That's a game.
Valnet.
Valid.
Valnet.
Yeah,
Valnet.
exactly.
They own like a ton of faceless channels, right? And that's a different approach. The people there, they're sitting at the head of the, you know, who has church going on?
Not
Yeah,
me.
me, because I'm trying to tell you guys, read the chat.
Oh, I'm not even looking here.
Yeah, I thought so. I
Oh, I
need to
gotta go
go.
in 2 minutes. Ah, okay. Because I'm hearing like bells.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the
bye,
church.
Hessel. We're gonna continue.
Bye bye.
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 Good luck, guys.
Thanks. But yeah, then you
Yeah.
have
So
like
like,
they have like big guys like Valnet who are sitting there, and they're doing like the just the managing channels and stuff, buying and looking for opportunities. So there's opportunity for both.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
of course.
I, I think like the biggest question is that what's the difference between individual creators on YouTube and business creators? Because like it's a big difference because YouTube when first started they were looking for people to upload their videos as the individual creators, as like Mr. Beast and all that people vlogging and all that stuff. But then after a few years there showed up some guys like me and you guys who wanted to do money from this and
Of course.
make thousands of videos a month and all that stuff. And I think that the big difference is that an individual creator will create videos when he has time, when he has ideas, and when he has a lot of passion. But we are going to show there on YouTube like almost every day with a new video or multiple videos, and I think this really matters, because let's say that I'm competing, let's say that an individual news reporter is competing with a news company on YouTube. The news company, that individual journalist can have way better videos, higher quality than the news company, but he will never have their quantity. So
Mhm.
at the end of the month, the news company will always get like more views than that guy,
I don't know.
Of course, it depends. It depends a lot.
Because those better videos can be shown to more people.
Yeah, but one funny thing that I've seen in the last months on YouTube is that when you look on the homepage, YouTube starts to prioritize the newer videos
Mm,
than the older ones.
could be.
Recency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because and I think they do that because there's a lot of content on the platform,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
you really need to show up the new content to see what people
Yeah.
like and all that stuff. You can't just
And also,
show.
yeah, fresh content has much bigger chances for having a great click-through rate, because if let's say it's bombastic news uploaded right now, it
Yeah.
will have like amazing click rate because everyone wants to find out, okay, what happened, let me see the news. Okay, so that makes also sense why it goes to the homepage.
Hmm.
Yeah, and like the on the other hand, like Facebook doesn't do this, like because we're talking, I told you about Facebook. They are still showing to people recommending videos from years ago if they are good, and I think this is because they do not have so much content that like YouTube does, you know,
Mm,
and they
Yeah.
can't do this stuff. They can't only show the new videos because there's not enough, you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
super interesting.
Imagine a time where YouTube would allow you to monetize on images or texts, so you don't need to create a video. You know what was in my mind like a few days ago? Just wanted to share this. How good a business model is Instagram theme pages. You know the stuff. Basically, you
Yeah.
let's say create millionaire mentor Instagram page, then you basically put the reels without noticing if it has a copyright or not. Put some motivational images. How faster it is to maintain a page like this than create YouTube videos, the whole videos. So yeah, imagine if YouTube decides to switch for something like that in the future.
And the
That would
reels, the just off topic, but the reels algorithm on Insta is like OP right now.
yeah. I agree.
My
I
friends
agree.
were my friends were doing some crazy stuff last winter with some like crypto and everything. I'm not gonna go into depth about it, but they
Hmm?
were just basically like they had like thousands of accounts. They had like a big workforce, and they would spam the same reel across like these thousands of accounts every 2 to 3 hours, and each one would get like 2 to 3 thousand views, and then they would drive that traffic from Insta with a link to Telegram, because unlike TikTok, you don't need to have specific number of followers to have a link in bio. So like, yeah, Instagram is pretty OP with that stuff. But yeah,
have
it's
you ever tried to have one a page like that, you guys?
On
mm,
Instagram,
Yeah, yeah.
my friend had he was posting some uh, viral video stuff, but it was very hard for him to monetize because even though he pulled up amazing views, no brand wanted to advertise on such a broad Instagram page.
yeah,
But I guess that if you have an Instagram page that is so popular on, let's say, business or dropshipping or something like that, at least if it's like some type of humor or anything related to that, and get some massive views, it could be very good. Maybe even better than YouTube, because when you pull up those sponsorships by just posting an images or already made videos, your cost is basically zero, almost zero.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, I
We
okay.
think
could
it's
wrap this up. Yeah,
I think it's a good time that we
I need
wrap
to
it
go
up.
to toilet.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for doing this podcast, and we want to thank you guys so much for listening, watching, subscribing, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.